Yo, we back with another one. Consistent Foster in the building. Look, at any time if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and just leave me a like and hit that subscribe button for the boy. Support the content, man. Show love to the boy, man. But without further ado, today we got another one. We're doing one on the 4 Americans that were kidnapped. If you haven't heard the story, there were 4 Americans who crossed the border, and the moment that they crossed the border, they were instantly, kidnapped. They were driving a white van. The 4 individuals who were kidnapped were listed as Latavia Tay, McGee, Shaeed Woodard, Zindell Brown, and Eric James Williams. And I did a little research, digging in a little bit. It looks like Latavia Tay, McGee, and Eric James Williams, those were the 2 Americans that were safely, brought back. Sadly, Shaeed Woodard and Zindell Brown, it looks like those were the 2 Americans that were killed. So, if you didn't know any of those things. There was also another friend who came along. If you're wondering why I'm looking over here, I'm looking at my computer and getting, information. But there was another friend who came along, but she didn't have the ability to cross the border. So there were originally going to be 5, but one friend, wasn't able to cross. And she was identified as Cheryl Orange. And they said they rented a white minivan from South Carolina. And, stories are now coming out that supposedly she didn't know the whole plans of, them, making the trip to Mexico. She thought it was just going to be in Texas. This is crazy, man. Like, the U.S. is really that's the, safest place for Americans. You always got a little edge when you got, you're going over to a, a different country or something like that. It's always going to be a little, worry there when it comes to stuff like that. Because, we're foreigners, so it's a place that, most people aren't familiar with. And it looks like in this case, these 4 Americans weren't on game of what was about to go down. So now they're on talk shows and stuff like that, speaking, and, recounting their stories and stuff like that. If you don't know the full story, 2 of the 4 Americans were shot and killed shortly after they crossed the border into northern Mexico. Let's see. Man, it's just crazy, man. Like, dude, and if you didn't see that, later on, the cartel, they came back and, rounded up the niggas who were supposedly, the ones who did all this shit. They was like, nah, we ain't really with that, and I guess they're trying to, show that, there is some safety when you do travel over to these foreign countries and stuff like that, but I don't know, I just think it's a time now where, some places just not safe to travel. Some places is better off left, stayed over there, while we chilling over here. America's where it's at, and there's no place like America. I'm not throwing any shade on any other countries or stuff like that, but that's just the way it is, so just giving my little statements on it and stuff like that. I've never been to Mexico and stuff like that. I've always wanted to travel to Cabo. Cabo would be like the lit, you hear about stories like that, but, certain places in Mexico is just, it's not safe, just like anywhere. Certain places ain't safe. And when you go on out there and you're not, really with anyone who's from that native place, you asking for all type of trouble. That's why whenever I travel, I plan to be, maybe, meet someone who's down there, who knows the language, who's familiar with the area, so they know to tell me, like, yeah, bruh, don't go here, don't go there, so, yeah, man, I do want to send my condolences to, the 2 Americans who lost their lives, and, the ones who, the people that have to go through this stuff, but, yeah, man, it's just a crazy, crazy story, yeah, man, at any moment, shit can go left, at any moment, and now there's news articles, people speaking about it. I might include a picture of the, the Americans in there, and, let you guys know what's the update on things. you know, but this is just a crazy story, man. It's, you know, it's cool though that they, you know, the cartel, you know, they supposedly got a whole HR department and all that, you know, and they was like, you know, sent a whole letter with that. I might put that at the end of, you know, apologizing and all that, saying that, you know, this wasn't their plans. They wasn't really with this. This was them acting on their own. We not with them, you know, type vibes. But shit, yeah, man. It's a crazy, crazy story, man. You know, and once again, man, it's your boy Foster. Man, I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. And if any time you would like this video, man, go ahead and leave me a like. Go ahead and subscribe to the boy. You know, I'm always going to be consistent, man, you know. Trying to make this shit my full time, man. I'm trying to turn this into my thing, man. So, you know, every support counts, man. Once again, I'm out.